To my channel Economics Chit Chat, and today we are going to speak about three important factors: recover, revive and regenerate. Well, this is a very interesting topic for all of us to see today. Why? Because we are going to talk about some of the most important factor of why we need to recover, why we need to come up, and why we need to build a strong and efficient system. Now, our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi had spoken about how we need to come back in terms of the economic recovery. Now, what is this economic recovery and how do we start coming about it? So the first thing that we need to see is that need to come back strong and steady, which means at some point of time we need to start understanding that where is the factors that we need to come back, where is that keyhole for us to come back and make ourselves more steady. Now, the need for us to come back strong is from the lines of agriculture, from the line of production, from the lines of employment, from the lines of income, and from the lines of bringing in better social upliftment. Now, the strong and steady is a very, very important word in economics. Why? When you go stronger, that means you would start getting a factor that you are trying to do something more powerful than the others. So moment you start thinking that you are becoming stronger, you should not lose the track of becoming steady. You should continue to do what you are doing, and at the same time you should be able to tell people very clearly how we need to bring the system in a slow and steady manner. Now, the first year when you make a strong comeback doesn't mean it's the end. You need to continue the same pace, the same technology, the same power, and take it forward. That's what we mean by saying steady. Slow and steady, but here we are replacing the word strong and steady, which means you will do this with an amount of strength, with an amount of focus, with an amount of concentration, and take it steadily forward towards growth. So this is very, very important. We come back strong and we come back steady so that in the coming years, India will become the #1 country in terms of economic empowerment. Second, give up on all the shortcomings and let's make a new beginning. We have seen enough in terms of politics, casteism, racism, and all those factors. Now let's give up on all the shortcomings. From the COVID-19, let's learn one important thing. Who you are does not matter. What you are does not matter. But what matters a lot is a life. So in order to save the life today, each one of us are struggling, be it a doctor, be engineer, be lawyer or an auditor. Life is not guaranteed. So let's forget all the shortcomings like racism, casteism, who you are, where you belong to. Let's forget all that thing. Let's make a new beginning in the economic era where we will all join together, where we will all create a system, where we will all try to bring in a new economic era into picture. We will try to come up with new ideas, new flow, with a new integral system that combines each and every one of us in terms of strength, in terms of thinking, in terms of knowledge, and let's make a new beginning that will rewrite the history of India. This is the time for us to come back. This is the time for us to build an efficient system, a system which is free of corruption, a system which is built only on merit, a system which will only try to understand your knowledge, which will only try to understand what you are and how you are. It will not try to judge you by marks. It will not try to judge you by your caste. It will not try to judge you by your creed, but it will start judging you by what you can contribute to the nation. So this is the time for us to come back and make an efficient system, a stronger system altogether. So it's very, very important for us to rebuild the entire system. And now, are we ready to revive ourselves? When I say the word revive, the first thing, bring back life into agriculture. Agriculture was the first and the oldest sector of economy that gave life to millions of people in this world. But unfortunately, we have forgotten the importance of agriculture till 2020, until the COVID attack came. Today, we realize the importance of food, and we realize the process of making that food. So we need to give back life into agriculture. Let's make agriculture not a profession but a passion. Let's bring back life into the farmer. Let's make the farmer feel pride that agriculture is the primary source of living, and that's the primary source of providing revenue to the economy. So the farmer needs to be given the maximum support in terms of pricing, in terms of logistics, in terms of the supply chain, and all kinds of transportation facilities, and the financial capital also, so that agriculture comes back with full force into us. Agriculture alone can provide us more than 60% of the revenue, and that's what we were. If you go back to our times during the pre-independence era, more than 80% of our revenue was coming from agriculture. We shifted our focus from agriculture to manufacturing, and from there we went to the services altogether. But today what has happened? We have to go back to the basics. This is the time when we revive the agriculture and we come back strong, so that we become a self-sufficient nation and we start growing further. The next one, focus on defense and healthcare. This is very, very important. Now, this is the time India is opening up as a nation. It is asking every single company in the world to support the world's second largest army, the world's largest in terms of manpower, the world's most strongest and ethical army of the world. This is the time for you to produce and make in India for the defense. Whether you are manufacturing a helicopter or a missile or any other defense system, India will be the ground, India will be the center where you can manufacture the best defense systems. So let us join together and strengthen our defense force. We are not building our defense to create a war field, but we are building a defense to promote the manufacturing opportunity, to strengthen our force, to technically advance our forces. So this is the time for us to focus on defense. And not to forget healthcare. The one thing that we are been struggling and surviving in this entire lifetime. After the COVID-19, healthcare has become so important that people are asking this question 101 times. What is that in our future? How do we take care of our health? How do we take care of our future in further? So healthcare is the thing. India needs to build up a very, very sustainable healthcare platform. It is not enough that we just bring some policies or some insurance factor, but we need to start working back on Ayurveda and all those healthcare systems that India had originally created and given to the world. So this is the time when we strengthen the healthcare and start promoting it. If yoga was the gift given by India to the world, this is the right time that we make that gift priceless to all the Indians to the world and show that what is the importance of healthcare. So this is a right opportunity for you to open up the healthcare sector and start building it. And not to forget, getting the industry and production houses in line. Now the industry and production houses, these are very, very important factor. Let us not forget the manufacturing base. After the year 1991, when we started opening up, when we started becoming liberalization, privatization and globalization, when we cancelled the license Raj and we started promoting open production houses, we need to now become competitive. We need to become the next Japan. We need to become the next most technologically advanced nation, where we give the industry and production houses more facilities, more infrastructural support, and invite foreign companies to invest in India. So this is the right time for us to start making our production houses even more stronger, and new policies to promote our export. Gone are the days where we had to import technology, where we had to import mobile phones, where we had to import some minerals, where we had to import some technology or some plastic goods or any kind of material. This is the time when India will create and export to the world. So the time has come. Let us start promoting the export. Let us make every single production house export oriented, 100% export oriented. And India has got a large amount of workforce, very capable, very well built and very knowledgeable enough. We have a lot of skill sets. So this is the time for us. Let's promote all those production houses to become the promoters of export. So let us become an export oriented nation. So this is the time for us to do it. And last but not the least, time to regenerate. Are we ready to regenerate? Bring in those fresh ideas from entrepreneurs. There are a lot of young, dynamic entrepreneurs with very beautiful ideas, very commercially feasible ideas. This is a time to listen to them. Let's bring them in. Let's bring in the social and economic empowerment. Let's make our country a living country of the best, highest order. There have been many times when people have complained about the Human Development Index of India. This is the time to go back and prove and tell that we are the best nation. This is the best nation to live and to survive. So we need to bring in better living conditions and environment. Making the country the best tourist attraction. There is no doubt India has got one of the 7 wonders of the world. Let's make India the most wonderful nation in the world. We have got some of the best tourist attraction places. So after this COVID-19 is over, after this virus is completely eradicated, let's talk about promoting tourism where we can attract a lot of foreign promotion and foreign investment, through which our country would become the most powerful country in the world. So this is the right time, my dear friends, where we start to revive, recover and regenerate the entire country to the next powerhouse in the world. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me today on this wonderful session. I hope and believe that the session was interesting and educative enough. Please do share your opinions, your comments and ideas with us. Let us grow together. Let us learn together. Until then, goodbye and good luck.